All right, party people, welcome back, welcome back. So I'm basically, I went live just now, and for some odd reason, the stream, there was some latency issues again. I am running a fast enough laptop to do these things, but with technology nowadays, bro, like it's been crazy. And every time I go live, I make sure that my phone's off and everything is good to go. But for some odd reason, something or the other with tech happens, you know what I mean? And so we're running it back. Hopefully everything stays on track. It's like a bar right there, bro. But anyway, you can see the Apple stock open right now, and I'm sure you guys all watch what was happening with WWDC. I just finished watching it, so I came on here to literally tell you guys, bro. Like, although the stock has been falling, so if you look at it right now, it was up about $315 if you look top left, and then 1 p.m. Eastern time we all got to watching the WWDC by Apple, and it's the stock just keeps on falling. Now, what I'm doing, first of all, disclaimer: I'm not a financial certified advisor. Again, it says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down, bro. Like I don't know what's happening. Hopefully, it's running all right. I'm running on OBS, but it should be fine, bro. Like to be honest, I really don't know what's happening. But maybe I have just too many screens, or maybe this computer is not as powerful. Apple, what are you guys doing? Stock's tanking, plus it keeps on saying in OBS encoding overloaded. Anyway, let's get to it. So, disclaimer: financial certified advisor. Not I can't advise you what to buy or hold or sell. I'm just sharing with you that what I'm doing in the markets. I've been in the stock market since 2015. If you're new here, I'm Jeremy Waller. What's up? Thank you for tuning in. It's all about making it happen and owning it. Like, and as the title video says, don't let them push you out, because last week we were literally in red and I was buying the dips. I was letting people know on YouTube that what I was doing. If you connected with me on WhatsApp or in the Discord group or on IG, I was messaging you guys saying that this is what I'm doing. I'm getting into the market. I'm still buying the dips. Obviously, we can now see that Apple's falling as well. It might go below 300. And you know what? I'm a long-term investor with this stock in my private portfolios. I've been buying it for I don't know however long, but since probably like 2017 or so, and some change, right? But yeah, WTC, bro, like with the Siri AI and everything, I feel like when it comes to AI, they're capturing the market, but they're not capturing as they said they would in terms of, remember when they came out, oh, our phone's going to do this, the iPhone 16 or 17, I can't remember. But remember the adverts speaking to people saying that it's going to do this and do that. And then they started taking down the adverts every now and then, especially in Europe, because people in Europe were like, you could literally sue them. So when I watched the WWDC show right now, even they said like it's going to come out in US first. We're still getting rights for UK and Europe and etc. But I see Apple as a long-term play. Everything in my house, I'm tied with the ecosystem, like tied up literally, from phones, from Apple TV, the box, from the watch, the laptops. At this day and age, even when I DJ, I have a MacBook, right? So in this day and age, like I'm backing Apple just not because I'm not trading it with the emotional thing, but their systems do work. Yes, I was having some latency issues, but this I'm running all this on a MacBook Air, which to be honest, I don't even know how old is this one. This one's it's running on the M2 chip, memory of 16 GB. So maybe with all the latency issues, maybe Apple doing something to back end to come with the software operating system, whatever, right? I just want to let you guys know that I'm a long-term investor with Apple, and if it dips, I'm buying the dips. Now, if you looked at my, so let's get out of this video and just go back to the main screen. Um, what's up? Let me get everything sorted out for you guys. Give me a second. And the iPhone. So going back to the portfolio and what we've been doing since last week. First things first, today we're up 147. The week we are down 963, which is a lot. A month we're down 227. If you want to see 3 months, 3 months we're up to $41. Right? So let's go back to a day. Now, if you see this, yes, we did put a little in the public portfolio, like $25, bro. Nothing major, right? And if it dips more, we're buying more. So literally, we put there's a buy limit as well if it falls to 59,876. um, and we've made 3%, literally not even a dollar. But I wanted to show you guys that the reason that I started this part of my channel is to show people that I love being in the stock market when the stock market's in red, as long as you know what you're buying, right? You can't play with your heart, and you got to look at the charts, right? In my opinion. So, all my crypto bags sit in Coinbase. I've literally got out of everything and taken my profits and put it all into Bitcoin. Now, the reason that I've done that is because I see Bitcoin and the crypto industry, whatever Bitcoin does, if it has a great pull up or pull down, the whole sector follows, whether it's Solana, Ethereum, you name it, XRP, right? Now, I have nothing against any of these companies or tokens, whatever you want to call it. I just see from what I've been in crypto since 2019, I feel that I'm just going to accumulate Bitcoin for however long. And when I make a lot of money in that sector, I will then again um look at dollar cost averaging, DCing into XRP. And if I missed the boat, I missed the boat. But I was in the boat once upon a time. I made and I lost, I made and I lost. What I'm doing right now, like all the smart money does, I'm doing rotation. What is rotation? I'm literally rotating my money because I don't have infinite funds into the stock market, into the sectors like tech, AI, space, which is going to be growth. Now, all these, yes, sit well with the blockchain and crypto world because you need AI to run all these things and semiconductors and tech, basically memory. But if you look at, for example, in the public portfolio, what I've been sharing is that I've been accumulating the stocks. As of now, we have not added anything, but I want to show you like DRAM, right? Now I'm going to highlight certain things to you that I strongly suggest you guys look at it because, like I said, this is a beginner's portfolio. So we got into this ETF called DRAM. Um, we had put $500. Our $500 is 140, so we're up 645 currently. That's about 28%, right? An average cost of 47. It's $60 right now, and like I said, with wherever AI is going, it's going to be a killer, like in terms of growth, right? And let me show you here. We put 505. So we got in May 6th. It's just finished a month, June 8th. So it's finished a month and some change. And just to show you, like, if you know, what are their top 10 holdings? So basically, the sectors is completely tech and they're all memory. SKNX, Samsung Electronics, First American Government, Micron Technology, which is MU. Again, another Micron, which it tells you what it is. Treasury bills, um, KioX, if I'm butchering the names. Let me drink some water, 6 points. And it also tells, and SanDisk. So if you're not in SanDisk as a individual stock, you can get into this ETF and be in it, right? Again, some issue with my encoding. I have no idea what. Anyway, so DRAM. So being in the tech sector right now is proper. Like you got to be in it, bro. In it to win it, right? Don't let them scare you because last week I had a lot of messages from people who were like, "Oh, we're getting out, we're selling. You just told us to buy it, bro." First of all, I didn't tell you what to do with your money, and I clearly mentioned in all the groups I'm in or personal messages that I send out. Like I'm not a financial certified advisor. I'm just sharing with you what you want to do. And for everybody who's saying whatever, I'm not trying to cover my ass, but you reached out to me, right? I'm just sharing what I'm doing in the market. Like that's why all my videos say disclaimer, right? Um, so yeah, getting back to it. SoFi, another long-term play, but I want to talk about. Uh, I'm still accumulating BO. I'm still accumulating DRAM. So I have DRAM in my private portfolio. This is the public portfolio. I have VOO, SPMO, QQQ. That you got. These are the winners, right? In ETFs that I'm sharing. That just keep on investing with them with whatever money you can put aside and accumulate, right? Now let me bring you some other bangers. Meta, bro. Everything's running slow today. So Meta. Now in the public portfolio, if you look at Meta, we are currently what average cost is 610. It's currently 588. We did some buying today, so we're down $38, which is not much in terms of percentage. Like it's still under 4%. Now I bought this company in a private portfolio when it was below $90 a stock for one share, right? So currently we have about $986 sitting here, which was still down like about 40, less than 40. But we've been buying and we bought some today. Okay, guys, look at this. I always highlight this Morningstar as an analyst on Robinhood. They say that the fair value for this company is $850. We on 587, right? So these are things to look when you look. Don't get overwhelmed with all these charts and all, bro. Just look at things that you literally want to know it because where you're putting your money. So read. Also, like surround yourself with people who actually are in this game. I'm not saying go and follow everybody. Like I'm a guy on YouTube. If you don't want to follow me, don't follow me. If you want to listen to me, listen to me. Whatever it is, I appreciate you guys. But the knowledge that I'm speaking out is basically what I've been doing, right? And I'm showing you like as a beginner's point of view. This is this segment, this part of my channel for when I talk about stocks or a little bit of crypto is from a beginner's point of view because I don't want to teach or hit people. My point of starting this segment is to get people who've never done any sort of investing in their life. And I'm talking about investing in the stock market, right? That sort of investing. And I wish I put a post on my IG today saying, when I was 20, I wish someone literally was in my life, whether it was an uncle, a parent, whoever it may be, a mentor, a colleague, a boss, even back then, who said, bro, like, are you in this, right? I didn't have that. However, it is what it is, and I'm in the market since I've been in the market. And actually, a colleague of mine back in Dubai when I used to work mentioned it to me. You should look at it and blah blah blah, and that's why I actually started investing since my Dubai days. So like June 8th, which is today, we put $10. June 5th, we put 35, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like every now and then, we're putting some money into Meta in the public portfolio. So, guys, another banger that I would invest for the long term. And when I say it's a banger, because if you look at it from the fundamentals, everybody who's tuning in is also has an Instagram account, Facebook account, Threads, whatever the new thing called Instance or whatever. Everybody's on there. Sorry, someone has an Oculus. You see what I'm saying? So this ecosystem, like how I have everything Apple, it just works, right? So no matter if they're down today, even Morningstar's analyst saying is going to go up. So I'm investing in Meta. I'm investing in DRAM. I'm accumulating as much as I can. If these guys go in red or they dip a little more, Google, Nvidia's, I'm buying more. Microsoft, same story. CRM, when it's tech, AI, everything, this company and a SaaS stock, right? So it's already tied in with that. I'm accumulating. We are about $800 in this. We're down 38 and some change, and I'm accumulating in the public portfolio and in my private portfolios with this stock, right? So you got to do your due diligence, your DDs. 4% sell, 24% hold, 72. Bro, I'm accumulating again. I can't. So they're saying it's 280. We're currently 180. So that's $100 and some change. Up and down. That this stock CRM ticker symbol can make money. And like I'm showing you guys, I'm just showing you what I'm in. Adobe, if you guys are following the channel, we got out of some Adobe and we put the money into CRM and service now, right? So another banger. If it dips anything below 100, if you get it, get it. If you want to get some skin in the game, you can just drop like 10, $50 in it right now. We are up almost 15%, $56 in the public portfolio. Now, if you don't know about these companies, Robinhood as a banger app, it shows you everything. Now, I'm not affiliated with this app or this company. I'm just doing this because it's easier for me to mirror it and show you guys and buy online with you guys. So ServiceNow engages in the provision of an end-to-end workflow automation platform for digital business. Its Now platform is a cloud-based solution embedded with AI and machine learning. The company was founded by blah blah blah. So like if you want to get more into it, just ask any AI or Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude, whatever. But this is what this company is: a SaaS stock, 2% sell, 8% hold, 9%, 90% buy. So I'm buying this for the long term. What are we on in the public portfolio? So right now we have 57, some change up. Yeah, cool. Another banger, I said. SPMO, great ETF. Amazon, bro. Like Amazon's down in the. We don't have much. We have $58 in this portfolio. Would I buy some today? No, it's only $1 and some change. So If it was 12%, I would definitely put some money in it, because another company which is like tech related, future growth, I see Amazon going nowhere, nowhere. So I would put my money in it. And also, like when you see Nike and every portfolio of mine has diversity, diversity, because every now and then we go through this period of money rotating, right? So like when all these sectors are getting, about to burst in terms of bubble, people take their money and put this in these other stocks, which makes total sense if you look at the broader picture, right? These are great companies, evergreen companies, Elf Beauty. We're not really far from the average cost. It's 52, it's 57. So I do see these companies in the long term. And now I own Nike and Elf in the private portfolios as well. But if you're a new investor coming to the market today, and if you saw what happened last week, that would be a great time to get in my opinion. Like I say, I can't advise you what to buy, hold, or sell, but I'm just sharing because I was putting money last week in the public portfolio, showing you guys. That's why I went live even I think I went live twice on Friday, saying, guys, this is what I'm doing. If you want to know what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, right? I'm still buying these stocks, and also I'm not gambling. I'm putting money where I'm comfortable to see the dips, because I know I'm accumulating in great companies in great sectors for the long term, right? So remember that, like, just because you put money today and if it dips, you don't want to be in that game where you're gonna start crying and like, oh shit, what did I do? I just followed a guy with a hat on YouTube, or I listened to someone else and someone else. No, when you start investing, it's for the long term, right? When I say long term, we're looking at anything between 3 to 5 years, bro. That's what you need to wire your mind. You need to make sure that you're wired that way, right? The amount of research, the amount of chats, conversation that I do with the people around me since 2015 to be in this market, to upgrade myself, takes time. It doesn't. It's like being in the gym, bro. I've been in the gym I've been in so many issues, mistakes in my life, where I've had surgeries, car accidents, football injuries, which is soccer in US. But it hasn't stopped me from going boxing. It hasn't stopped me from also indulging in eating. I love eating. But it makes me some sort of discipline, because if I wasn't doing these things, I wouldn't get to my, the place I want to be in. Not just healthy in mind and soul, and but also physically, right? So when you look at investing, you want to be in great companies. You want to know about these companies. You don't like trade it with your heart. You trade the charts, but also see it for the long term, right? It's not I'm in today and out in 3 6 months because I want to make some money and get out. No, you got to compound it. It has to be. If you want me, if you're a new beginner in your 20s, you're watching this, or if you're just new to investing, bro, just have a 3 year goal, 3 year goal, right? Just because we bought DRAM now and we up almost 30% doesn't mean like, oh wow, I took my $500 and made it 142. That's not the aim. I want to see the $500. If I was not accumulating, I want to see my $500 $1,000, 2,000, right? This is why we do it for the long term. Another great ETF, I would say, is CIBR, ticker symbol CIBR, because it's a cyber security ETF. We've only made $32, but we just have two shares in the public portfolio. Now, cybersecurity stocks are doing great, like CrowdStrike, if you know. Let's just look at that CrowdStrike since we mentioned it. So here we are in CrowdStrike. So if you had to get year to date, if you bought the stock in Jan 2nd, the stock costed 449, top right corner where it says low. Currently the stock is 655, and this is, again, there's so much AI going around in the world, right? So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, 1 second. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Make sure that you're in these companies or sectors that are gonna take you up there, right? And obviously understand the fundamentals of these companies, right? So yeah, even Apple, like we started this video talking about Apple. I'm still accumulating Apple, no matter what. The dips are there, great. I'll buy it because I know the company is a great company, right? No matter how much the stock dips, like a Nike, for example, these companies, their revenues, their profits, every earnings, they're still exceeding, right? Year on year when it comes out to their fiscal reports and everything. Basically, in layman's terms, every year they're still growing their revenues, their margins, their profits, everything, right? And if you want to get into space and energy stock, energy, look at Bloom Energy. Currently, it's down. We did some buying today earlier. And what are we in this portfolio? We just have 51, not even a share, bro. So just accumulate, bro. Bloom Energy, all these energy stocks, we're just buying $555. That's it, bro. Or 50 and 5, sorry. So every now and then, like now, like I said, I can't advise you what to buy or sell because over here they're saying it's $70. So this is why I'm not putting the like a $500 or something. I'm just buying slowly because their PE ratio is what minus negative 4,000. Like when you look at tech stocks or whatever like that sort of sector, you want to see a company's 20 to 30 positive to buy. That's how I look at stuff. UFO, this is another space ETF if you guys want to know about it. Today it's hardly down. We don't even have a share yet. So the public portfolio is basically was also created in this manner with these companies and these stocks and these ETFs because if I started, not if I started, I started this public portfolio literally like last year. That's why it's like a lot of companies in here that you might not see in my private portfolio, which I started in 2015, right? These are the sectors, although they're red now, I feel it's going to take me into the future, well, this portfolio, right? So that's what I'm doing. Like if you look at one of my worst plays, and I'm really transparent, like reds, greens, I show everything because it's my portfolio. No one can like hold me to it. This is what I'm doing. If you think this is bad, this is real. But when it goes green, they're like, oh, how did you do that? Yeah, you gotta be in the reds. Like look at this stock. Big Bear AI, if you know, you know. Bro, I'm down $216, right? Now you're like, if you just tune on the channel, you're like, shit, bro, this guy's down that much in this stock. It's not much, but overall, I'm still in the green. If you look at it, that was $218. I can still cover these losses with all these other things, right? With DRAM, with Google's and stuff, right? Can I cover the whole portfolio as of today? Probably break even at this point in time. But if you guys know, and if you've been following me on this journey, we were about 11K something 2 weeks ago, right? And I put more money in last week when we were down, right? Like you can see, we were almost at 11K. But last week I put in about $250. And I'm not speaking shit. Let's look at it, right? Over here you will see. So when the market's down, I'm still accumulating slowly in the public portfolio as well. I should say somewhere here that. Did you guys see it anywhere? Give me a sec. Where's it at? Where's the 250, bro? We put money on Friday. Well, I put 250 in. Maybe it's not. Oh, hold on. Let me go to buy. Actually, I put more than 250. You know why? Because was it Saturday? Yesterday we put some money in Bitcoin over here in the public portfolio. But I don't know. For some odd reason, it's not coming up in the notification. But that's what we did, bro. That's why we had money still. We have some change left over. But yeah, it should come up in notification for some odd reason. This is probably something recurring. I don't know why it's not coming up. But that's what we did, bro. Like, I want to say, bro, like, let me share something with you, right? Let me share something with you. I want to share. I was watching Wall Street Trapper, and if you guys know or follow him, he's awesome, bro. Like, I love the way he shoots his YouTube videos, his life story and stuff. And I was watching something, and I commented on one of his videos. I was watching it earlier today, and at 11 minutes and 14 seconds, what he said just hit me, bro. Like, and I started tearing internally, and I'm like, fuck, bro. And basically, pardon my French. Um, Basically, what happens is when he was speaking, it brought back these memories, and he said also like, we shouldn't be holding the memories and comparing it to our future. And when you watch it, you know what I mean. And if you don't know who to do this, that's cool. So I'll tell you the best way possible. Like, I'll sum it up in certain factors, like how it hit me. So I've been through. If you know anything about me, I'm from Dubai, right? So I was born there, and I moved to the US 2019. Anyway, long story short, he said something, and it triggered my memory. When I was really young, I had a car accident where I was on my bike and this car hit me. And all I remember, as soon as the car hit me, like I was in the air, I didn't even feel the fall. And when I say young, I was probably like, bro, I must have been like 9 or 10 years old, to be honest, right? Max 11. And all I remember was, so I didn't feel when the car hit me. I was on a bike. It hit me. My brother and I was gonna get something from the shop. It was obviously kind of dark, so living in an area with basically didn't have a lot of street lights or whatever. I didn't feel the fall. The only thing the next thing I remember waking up, and my dad. I was back home, and my dad was like putting water on my wounds, trying to wash off the blood, the scrapes. And he's like, "Are you okay? Is anything broken?" And all I said, like, "I'm fine. What happened?" So my memory is really vague. So they took me to the hospital. My dad used to work in a hospital anyway. So he took me to the hospital. We did an X-ray. The doctor like, "Look, there's nothing wrong with him. We've done everything." I remember going back out to the hospital with my grandma, and she asked me. No, my grandma looked at me, and she puts her hand in my shirt, and she takes out. Now, if you guys know, like I'm baptized, so I'm baptized Christian, Roman Catholic. Uh, she pulled out this, and it was like a scapular that you had put since I was born, like or since I was a baby. And she's like, "Oh, Jesus saved you," you know. And if you really know about me, like if you've been with me and you know me personally, like I've had so many mishaps, and I've had family and friends take care of me. So salute to all of you guys who've actually taken care of me physically and mentally in my past, and who continue to do so to be tapped in. But what I want to share is basically I was in another. I'm not going to get into it, but I was in another accident, right, where literally the my parents thought my mom especially, rest her soul, rest in peace, she passed in 2011. She thought I was dead because they couldn't find me in this hospital. The doctors had put me somewhere else, and the hospital was so busy they couldn't find me. So that's how crazy it was. But I remember people from the church, priests, people, friends from everywhere in Dubai had come to see me. Messages from every family member from around the world was messaging me or my family. And if this wound in my skull, the hole in the skull, was 2 centimeters or two, I don't know, if it's 2 centimeters, yeah, 2 centimeters probably, closer to where it had to be, I would have been blind in my right side forever. So when I was listening to Wall Street Trapper earlier today, I was like looking at these things, and I'm like, you know what? I've been through all these things. Forget all the other surgeries I've had from sports and etc. Right? But these things and other things, even like if you think about it, like I've been through life. Everyone's been through life, but I've been looking at these memories. And I'm like, shit, man. Maybe this is like a higher meaning that I'm supposed to go through all this and still go through more, but it's the road to victory, right? There's so many issues like living in a new world since 2019. Like I used to come here for business and for holidays and stuff to the US, but living here and living in Dubai is two different things, right? There's pros and cons. In as a human being, we always compare the cons to pros, right? So I'm always like, this is how my life used to be in Dubai, but in this part of the world is different. But I usually say it's not a good different, but there are good differences where I'm at. And 100%, like if I look at Dubai where it is right now, and I'm not speaking ill of any place, this is just my opinions, right? You know, the unfortunate thing where, because I still have family out in Dubai. My mom is buried in Dubai. My grandfather is buried there. You know what I'm saying? My brother still lives out there. My wife's family still lives out there. You know, but it's scary times what's happening in the Middle East and stuff. And then I look at, like today I put on the news and look at that earthquake in Philippines. You know, I put on the news and I see this in Penn Station in New York City. This shit went down. And then there's news about the World Cups. And I'm not talking about good news. I was watching some video, and there's like on the news, it was saying like people couldn't even get into. So like, what I'm trying to say, bro, like the reason that I also moved out from New York City, and I'm trying to connect the dots, right, is because I wanted to write my narrative. And every now and then I remember and I remind myself like I've been through all these things, and watching Wall Street Trapper, it triggers me because the other day he said something great and I connected to me when he was in Dubai. And I'm from Dubai and I did the same thing that he's done. So, and when I say this, I mean it from myself. Like I speak to myself every day where I'm like, bro, like the only person who got me literally is me. Really. And at the end of the day, yes, I'm married. I have a beautiful wife. She also does the best that she can do, not for herself, but for me as well. But at the end of the day, bro, I got me. I got me. I'm thankful for everybody who's out there and for the YouTube community as well, because I'm learning so much from this part of this industry, not just being online. I'm talking about what I literally, who I follow, who I talk to. There's some of these YouTubers I've literally know them in person. Like I've met up with them. I've talked, whether whatever sector they're in, whether it's investing or brands or whatever. We connected in New York. We connected wherever we go. Some of them I connected. I know from US, but I've seen them in Dubai at events, right? So and I want to continue to help people because where I am sometimes in life, people look at me or and say, "Oh, he's winning" or whatever it may be. But winning is lonely, bro. But if you know me, I've been helping you. Like if you know me, like literally know me, I've been helping you on this journey as well to come up because I see what you're doing. I might have this absurd information absorbing like a sponge, but I don't like to keep it internally. I just want to share it. I hate gatekeeping certain things because there's no point. And I say certain things, especially knowledge. Knowledge is power. We all should have knowledge. Like the wife you said, yeah, Wall Street Trapper, incredible motivational speaker. Go follow him. He's amazing. He's amazing. His journey is amazing. All our journeys are amazing. Even you, if you're watching this, whether you're live or you click on this later on, all our journeys are amazing. So I want you to start believing in yourself. Start making it happen, bro. No one's gonna hold your hand. If you have someone holding your hand and supporting in your corner, like how I do with my wife, or if you have whoever, surround yourself with these winners, bro. They're going to take you. They're going to take you up there. But once you reach up to that position of winning, share it, give it back. Help someone who literally, who you think, there are people that I've helped in life, and literally at the end of it, like, okay, there's no point of helping them because they don't want to change. Like they get back to their system, and that's fine. I've done that job, and I'll continue to do so to find the winners, to help them even win. Because when winners win, they also share the food back with you, the knowledge back. So you can always keep on winning with these sort of people. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with true people, understand their DNA, understand what like just winners, bro. Like on that note, it's been a different sort of uh, chat today with you guys, but I want to say keep making it happen, dude. Make it happen and own it. On that note, one love, peace. I'm out.